Good morning, everybody. All right, let's bring up the chat as usual. Okay, live from showroom. How's it going? What's new? Who's out there? Who's watching? It says my stream quality is bad. Well, that's not good. It should be good. I don't have any kids here playing any Xbox or any PlayStation or anything like that, so it should be good. I don't know. Looks good here. All right. So, anyways, how's it going, everybody? What is new? I am here for the daily vlog, as I have been doing now for a couple weeks. Getting some good chatter, a few days here and there. The weather is bad where we are, but I had to go out. I had to run a few errands. So while I was out, I bought some stuff, per usual. So today, I was going to wait a few seconds for some people to get in here. I don't know. Let me just talk about the day. So yeah, I ran the errands I had to run, and then I decided I would go to the thrift shop. So I hit the Value Village. It's kind of my #1 spot to hit. It's kind of my favorite thrift store. It's a bit more money for items at Value Village than Goodwill, than the Goodway, than, you know, all these other thrift shops. They're a bit more. But again, we get a lot more stuff there. So I tend to find myself going there. If I'm going to go thrifting, I'm going to go at least there. It'll be my only stop or one of my many stops. So anyways, let's talk about crazy things we have seen at Value Village. So today I was walking by a shelf, and there was a big Monster High Castle, and I just stopped and I looked at the Monster High Castle, and I thought, that's different from my daughter's. And I kind of just moved something, and I barely touched it. Like, I barely touched it. And on the other side, something fell over onto the floor and hit the floor. Okay, fine. I walked over and I looked where it was, and it was teetering. There was no room for me to even put it back on the shelf. There was just a little spot. And this was a big, like a big, probably, I don't know, we'd call it a meter, about 3 or 4 feet long. It was a keyboard, like a little piano. And you put batteries in it, that kind of thing. And so, yeah, it fell on the floor. It didn't break or anything. So I just took it and I just kind of put it under the rack with a bunch of other toys that were on the floor. And this worker comes over and he goes, no, I can't have that on the floor. And I was like, okay. So I said, well, there's other toys on the floor as well. And he goes, yeah, well, that's not where it was, and it has to go somewhere. And at this point, I'm like, okay, there's a bunch of people standing around. Do I really want to get into an argument with a Value Village worker? In my head, I'm going, you know, okay, that's where it was. But if there was a kid on the other side and that fell, you might have a lawsuit right now for not placing product properly on a shelf. But I didn't say anything. I just walked away and whatever. So that brings me to not every time, but a lot of times, do you guys find that workers in these thrift stores are like angry? They're like mad. I don't know, they hate their life. They seem constantly ticked off. Like the people pushing the carts, I've seen people like pulling stuff off the carts and then just grabbing the cart and wheeling it away and like almost knocking the person over. They just don't care. That happened to me a couple weeks ago, actually. There was an American Doll. Hey, Yasmin, how's it going? There was an American Doll, okay, and not here. Well, that's good. Good for you. I find here it's bad here. Like, yeah, there was an American Doll box, and I thought, oh, wow, this is cool. If this is an American Doll, it could be like $100. You know, these things are very expensive. So I grabbed the American Doll box off the bottom of the cart, and the worker was working around, whatever. And I literally picked it up. And how long does it take to open it, look at it, not any good, put the case on, go put it back? In the time I did that, the worker watched me take it off the cart, and I opened it up and just started wheeling away. Like just gone, like smoke behind them, like a Bugs Bunny cartoon. They just, I don't know. The other day there was an old man on the seniors day, and he says to one of the workers in the book section, he goes, "How much are VHS tapes?" And the worker like rolls his eyes like, "Really?" And he goes, "They're $1." And the guy's like, "Okay." And then the worker looks at me and he rolls his eyes again, like, can you believe this? Like, wow. The gals of Salvation Army know me now and are eager to show me some of the new stuff. That's great. When I go to our Salvation Army here, we have 2 of them, and I go to one of them, and the girl quizzes me on everything I buy. So if I buy like a board game, she'll be like, "Oh, you like cars, huh?" Or "You really do a lot of puzzles," or "What are you doing with this game?" Or like if I picked up, and get this, guys, I picked up a book, and it was like, it just sold. I think I had it on our Instagram a long time ago, and it was like how to deal with PMS or something like that. And I mean, I just scanned barcodes. I don't know what it is. I didn't even read the cover. And then all of a sudden she's like going, "Oh, you need this book? Like, why are you quizzing me on what I'm buying? Just zip it through. I'm paying your paycheck. Just let's go here, you know?" Yeah, I get a lot of dirty looks and not very friendly service either. I think one lady working at the Salvation told me they can't save items for themselves or something. Yeah, like, I mean, you could be mean, and I don't know. You know, I'm wheeling around a cart with this stuff in it. I have about $500 to $600 worth of product here, guys. And I'm thinking, am I really going to get into an argument with somebody who I just picked up their basically entire paycheck in one little cart? Am I really going to start an argument with somebody who hates their job, hates their life, and just, you know, whatever? I don't care. So I just walked away. But yeah, we've seen some crazy stuff. And yeah, that's being Canadian, where we try to avoid confrontation. That's right. I think they deal with a lot of problem customers all day. I see it all the time. And that's just it. I think people are pulling stuff off these carts all day, and they just want to do their job and get the stuff on the shelf. But again, you're in customer service. You know what I mean? I worked at Bell, and at the retail outlet, I was a manager, and a girl came in and put her fist through our vending machine and smashed the glass out of our vending machine. I just stood there smiling, and the cops came and picked her up, and that was the end of it. You know, like, what can you do? You're in customer service. You're going to deal with crazy people. And working in retail sucks. I've worked a lot of retail jobs when I was younger, like just out of Easy Haul. Yeah, really. No, you wouldn't believe what I saw working in retail. People shooting up needles in my store. I've seen a guy grab our CSR at Future Shop, pull it right over the counter. I've seen people stealing stuff. Like, it's crazy. Punching my vending machine. Yeah, I've seen it all. And like, not even in the bad part of town either. This was like the big mall. Like, you know, this is crazy. So I've seen it all. So I understand that workers can get ticked off. And but I mean, if you're at the point where you're that ticked off with customers and you're working with customers, at that point, maybe you should just go get a job somewhere where you don't have to work with customers. You know what I mean? Like in a warehouse, or like even Costco. They make good money at Costco. If you go work like stocking shelves at Costco, I think it starts at around like $18 an hour. I think it's like between 16 and 18. You know, try to get something else if you're not happy. And that brings me to the point. As a reseller, we are happy people. Costco pays well, yeah. We're happy people. We make our own schedules. We make our own paychecks. Like I said, I got enough to cover that guy's probably paycheck right here in these 2 bags. So we make our own money. We don't have caps and limits. That used to drive me nuts at Future Shop. You would see what your commission was selling, say, back in DVD player. I would make, say, $20 commission. And it's like, okay, but when I look in the computer, I made $20, but Future Shop made like $80. And in my head, I was like, why am I making the 20 and they're making the 80? I want to make the 80. And that's one of the reasons why I got into reselling. Not so happy when sales are down. When sales are down, I've said this before, it's like war. You really have to treat this like a battle. You need a bunch of different platforms. You need a bunch of different tools. You need to network. Like, it's For people just selling on one platform, it's going to be hard. So it's just like fishing, and I've used this many times before. If you're in a boat and you have one line in the water, you're only going to catch one fish. If you're in a boat and you have like 10 lines in the water, you're going to have more of a chance of catching more fish, right? Maybe not all 10, but more of a chance of catching more fish. And that's what reselling is like. You need a lot of different options. So something we have on eBay is also on Etsy. It's also on Amazon. It's also on Marketplace, and it's on Kijiji. There's 5 places for one item. Kijiji and Marketplace are free, so that's fine. eBay, you get the first 50 free, so that's cool. I normally blow through my first 50 just relisting. Actually, I get more than 50 now. I get like 250, I think. Yeah, I think it's like 250. Crystal says hi. She's in the chat. She's working hard at school. Maybe she's at work. I don't know. I can never keep track. Absolutely. We are blessed to have the resources and skills to be self-employed. Very happy. Yes. And we do work harder than a lot of people with the 9-to-5 job. How many times have you been to the mall or whatever and you've seen, I've been an employee at a mall. I've worked at Rogers cell phones. I've worked at, Bell. You get slow times and you see the workers playing on the computers and stuff like that. I get it. I understand. But us, if we're playing games, if we're taking time off, we're not making money. After my vlog yesterday, I went right upstairs, turned on some Trailer Park Boys vlogs on YouTube and watched that until 9 o'clock. Actually, more like 9:30. I did 150 items for a local auction. So trying to come up with, if you're just waiting for eBay sales, try to get it on different platforms. Try to lower prices. Run sales. Do you know if you run sales on eBay, you're more likely, and this sounds funny, but not for the reason you think, you're more likely to sell something if you run a sale, obviously. But it's not because of the lower price. It's because eBay recognizes your items as being on sale, and it's part of the algorithms. eBay is all about algorithms. So if you don't post anything today, tomorrow, and the next day, you're not going to get a lot of sales. If you go 3 days in a row posting maybe 10 items a day, you're going to notice your sales are going to actually increase because the algorithms show that you are busy, you are working, and they're going to advertise and show your items more. You're going to be part of an algorithm. So with that being said, yeah, they like to see you active. Yes, and it's just the algorithms. I remember when eBay changed to these algorithms, it was crazy. And algorithms, again, like for us with Instagram, we used to, when we first started, we would just take a photo and we would share it on Instagram and we would get like 2 likes. And that was it. And then we learned about hashtags, and hashtags work with these algorithms. Now, like with my Funko toy, I think we're up to like 500 or more likes just on that one post because of the algorithms of the hashtags. So lots to learn. There's always something new to learn in this business. That's also the fun part. Well, guys, why don't I show you some of the stuff I bought? Why don't we jump on that? I'm not going to show it all to you. And it's funny because I didn't even scan, I would say, maybe 50% of my purchases today. There was a lot of guessing going on today and a lot of just hunches. So let's start off by looking up 35mm camera. And let's look at the solds, because today somebody must have brought in a camera collection to Value Village, and I went through the wall. So okay, so Leica is obviously the number one. There's a Fuji right there. I picked up a Fuji today. This one's $4,399. These are 35mm, not digital cameras. These are the older style. Here's another one, 3,000, another one, 3,000. Lots of money in 35mm cameras. So let's go through and I'll show you guys a few of the cameras I picked up. Well, let's start with board games first. What? We do board games, in case you guys didn't know. In case you're new or not paying attention, we do a lot of board games. So Rudolph, just in time for Christmas, I thought I would pick up Rudolph. You know, Christmas is only like a year away, so this would be a good one. I picked it up because the count is 144,000 count, really, really low, and it goes for $67.78. Rudolph, the money-making reindeer. So yes, I have to go through it, make sure it's all complete, blah, blah, all that pain in the butt stuff. This was okay. This board game has a unique kind of like a Catan cover, if you know what I mean. It's different. It's textured. It doesn't feel flat like your ordinary board game. This has a little bit of texture to it. Goes for $49 with 132,000 count. Let me just, there we go. There we go. See, when I show you guys board games, like something like this, you guys will probably not find. If you do, it would be very rare. It's more the common ones like the Disney Seen It Up Here, Risk, maybe Harry Potter. This Disney one we've got a bunch of times. If you're in Canada, you'll find this one. But something like this one's a bit more harder to find. When you do feel the board games with the texture, not just the flat, it's worth money. Scan it. I don't want to go through all the board games with you. This was good because it's new. Whenever you see new, that's what you want. Brand new in the shiny package. You don't have to count it. It's not going to take up your time. And you could sell it on Amazon as new, not used. So people are more likely to buy it. 42,000 count. Yeah, 42,000 count. Very, very low count. Goes for $45. Beat the parents. You might find this one out there, guys. Just don't put it on Amazon.ca because we want the money, not to let you guys take all of our money. Should I keep showing you more board games? I don't know. I got a few more board games. Not a big deal. Okay, everything is collapsing on me now. I'll show it to you, but I won't scan this thing with the penguin heads. I don't know. It was like $40. This was like $70. I think it's more like a model kit. And there goes my bag. It's more like a model kit, but it was going for a bit of money on Amazon, and there was none on there. So I don't know. It's all good. I wouldn't have bought it if it wasn't good. All right, let's get into the cameras I just dropped. Actually, there's only one camera in that bin. Now, I don't want to go ahead and take up too much time showing you this, but check this out. This is a classic Canon. It's a 35mm camera. I don't know. Gotta figure out what's going on the door here. Oh, maybe the door's broken. I don't know. So if it is broken, I'll have to. Oh no. Yeah, it might be broken. But this was really cool. 35mm Canon. It looks so like retro, but it's pretty new. Like it's a newer one. It has the digital back and everything on it. Really neat. I don't really want to go and look all these up. I don't want to waste you guys' time. It's a classic 120. Well, with the back door, so it goes for $124. There's one for $40. So it can go for something, but it looks like I'm gonna have to part it out because the back door has a broken latch. So I can either return that to Value Village or I can sell it for parts. We'll see. Discman always good for us, especially Sony. We pick up the Sonys all the time. And Walkmans, as you guys know. Buy your Walkmans. This giant lens, it's a macro lens. Macro lenses are good. I don't think this is a really big brand name, but macro lenses do go good. So that was a good one. Lots of cameras. I just sold one of these not too long ago. It looks like a disco ball around the side. It's an Olympus pen. Kind of cool. I forget what we sold it for, but I wouldn't have bought another one if I knew it wasn't going to be worth anything. So here's an old Fujika. Now, I don't know if that's a knockoff on Fuji. I don't know if that's a knockoff on Fuji or not. That's an interesting Fujika. I don't know. Fujika 35. That's all I'll put in. Nothing is coming up, so I'll have to do a bit more of a search on that one. But it's neat. It is from the 70s. It doesn't Okay, here's one on there for $457. So I don't know if that's the one I have. Hopefully, here's another one, $286. So yeah, it could be worth something. These are some of the things that I just take a chance on, things like that. Again, I showed you guys in a previous video fishing reels. Got two good fishing reels. These are like newer fishing reels, both in good condition. Got a Shimano and I think that's a Shimano as well because it's a Quantum. I think that's a Shimano name. So Shimano are really good. This will be maybe local. We live in cottage country. So things like fishing reels, fishing rods, they go awesome for us. One other thing I'll just show you guys. Like hobby glasses, $5.99 hobby glasses. I didn't even look them up again. I don't know what they're worth, but they're the kind that when you're working on small things, you just put down the flaps and then you can see close up. So we'll see what those are worth. They might not be worth anything. I don't know, but they were really cool. They're only $5.99. If they aren't worth anything online, I will sell them in a local auction. So that's just a few things I picked up today. Didn't go too crazy today. Wanted to get home. The weather is still bad here, so I just wanted to get a move on. What else is new? Yes, tonight we're doing games night. Tonight is games night, 9 o'clock. 9 o'clock, we are doing games night. We're going to do Would You Rather. So come and join us if you can. Crystal asks the question, would you rather this or would you rather that? And it's just your opinion. And sometimes the opinions can get pretty funny. It depends who's in the chat, but some people just kind of go really offside and it's kind of funny. So tune in for that tonight at 9. Crystal will be there. We'll be here, right here. We're doing it right here. Other than that, guys, that's all that's going on. I got to go do pictures for probably 80 eBay items between my stuff and the store stuff. So I'm going to go do that. Other than that, that's all that's going on. Chat's not too crazy today, so I guess everyone knows what they're doing today. No one has any questions. No crazy stories about Value Village or thrift stores in general, I guess. We were walking in a store one time, me and Crystal, and it was a thrift store. May or may have not have been a Value Village in Belleville. And a girl ran up to another girl with a guy, and she says, "That's my sweater. I left it at that guy's house, and he's cheating on me, and you stole my sweater, and blah, blah, blah." And she started ripping the sweater off of the girl. At first, me and Crystal thought that she went to the shelf or the rack and she got the sweater off the rack and the girl wanted that sweater, so she was trying to take it. But no, she was actually wearing the sweater and the girl was trying to rip it off her. It was pretty crazy. We just kind of walked away, let them deal with it. I think I've talked about that in the past, yes. All right, guys. Well, if that's all we got, then that's all we got. We'll see you tonight, 9 o'clock. Oh, sent out my second FBA box into Amazon last night. That's my big news. Oh, that's good. That's good. Did you get any more sales from your first shipment? We are sitting at today only one sale so far. $30 for ink. That is all we've sold so far today. The last couple of days, we finished around 140, 160. Sales are kind of slow right now, but that's not too bad. Keeps us in the game anyways. And then, yes, we had the big sale. Not yet. It's only been active one day. Oh, okay. Make sure, go into your pricing and just make sure your pricing is competitive. And that's all you can really do. Then you just sit around and wait. That's about all you can do. Do you find you load your app up a lot on your phone and just keep refreshing or check? You know, it'll show on your sales menu. So when you go into manage orders, it'll show you the sale on manage orders before it'll show that you actually made the money at the very top. So always check your orders. You'll be ahead of the game by about 5 minutes. Well, good luck. Let us know if you get any more sales from Amazon. I'm sure you will. I'm sure it won't take too long. Amazon's really good. So good to know. Yes. Yeah, it gives you 5 minutes advance notice. Or if it's like a merchant fulfilled, then I'll turn up my ringer and my volumes and stuff. That way I can hear the ding. Because Amazon have their own ding when you get a sale. So yes, we'll see you all tonight, 9 o'clock Eastern Standard Time. We're going to do Would You Rather. All right, so I guess subscribe, like this video if you're new, all that fun stuff. And thanks for coming by, guys. And it wasn't a long video. We're here for a good time, not a long time. So we'll see you tonight for a good time and a long time, probably be an hour or so. All right, see you later. Yeah, Glow Watcher. All right, we'll see you later. Bye, Tara.